today. Isn't it pretty? This is the painted lavender bundle that I used. I used this here. I used this for the inside. I've used the butterfly. And then I used, I will show you the dies I used. I used this die. It gives you 2 pieces. This gives me the flowers. This I did in Granny Apple Green, this in Gorgeous Grape, and this is in Garden Green. Then I use the Sometimes You Need to Know That Somebody Really Cares. And I probably will put a thinking of you on the inside. And then I use the birds from Beside Me. Okay. And I have used Balmy Blue, Balmy Blue and Gorgeous Grape as my my cardstock. So we will get started on this. I'm missing a piece, hold on. That you can go up. I built up. So I want this below half. So I'm getting my gray granite out. And you make sure you have it so that you're not having blobs. And I'm just going down and I'm stopping. I'm trying to stop about the same level. They took away our Stampin' Up! Retired, our set that had mountains in it. And I love mountains in a design. So I think I'm going to try it like this and see. No, maybe it won't. See what happens. And then you just move it over. Because this gives you, it shows the difference. And it looks like there's a mountain behind it. Just because when you go over that line, it darkens it. And so it makes it 2 coats that you're putting on, basically. Whereas the mountain that I'm doing now is just the first coat. See, you can see the difference. And then I'm going to do this over here. Like that. And it's fading because it's getting farther in the distance. There. Okay, so that's playing with your stencil that you just made, I just took a piece of paper and tore it and tore it and tore it and tore it. And you could put several mountains in there if you want. And you can take scissors and you can straighten it out too. It's whatever you want to do. You can cut it out or you can tear it out. So most of the time I tear it out. Now I'm going to take my Balmy Blue and my brush here. And go along here and make the clouds. I think I'm going to move it like that so it looks totally different. You don't want all your clouds to look the same shape. And you can go flip it this way too, if you want. Can go back and forth because there's two sides on every piece of cardstock. There we go. Now I can put that away. Now I'm coming in with my, whoa. Put the wrong piece away from me. So I'm trying to get this in the center, and I don't know if I'm doing it, but I try to keep my head out of the way so then I can't see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now I cover this back up. No, I got to do my birdies. Just like that. That, whoops, that is done. And now I'm bringing out my gorgeous grape. Oh, that's the wrong one. Gorgeous grape. Now this is my butterflies. I did them in crushed curry and then I cut them out. I already have them cut out because you don't need to see me fussy cut them. You really, truly don't. You could put these closer together. You can put them farther apart. It's totally up to you. Your judgment. I don't want them all standing straight up and down because flowers don't do that. They're all different. They have all different looks at different height. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to come in with my Highland Heather and kind of get rid of the white in the background and look like there's flowers back there. just like that. So what do you think? Isn't that pretty? I love making scenes. And it's not hard. It's a fairly straightforward, simple card. Like that. Get that out of here so I don't make a mess. Now I am going to bring in my envelope. Oh, that's not what I want. I had a strip cut so that I could assemble, and it got stuck on my card back. Lovely. I just got to get rid of the bumps, and glue doesn't matter because cardstock's going to go on top of that. But I have to, before I do anything, oh my goodness, I didn't show you how I did the inside. Just like that. I am taking my Granny Apple Green and my flowers and stems, just like that. And I know I pulled it out. Oh, I bet you it's inside this. Yep, there it is. And I am going to put that there, put that away, and now I'm bringing out my gorgeous grape marker, and I'm just going over some of these to make them look like flowers that are budding or flowers that have already bloomed on here. I was going to do it on my stamp, but it's challenging. Whoopsie. It's challenging to see as you're looking at the stamp which one is which. So I stamped it and tried it, and this works beautifully. So much easier than looking. I was looking at it this way, and then I looked at it that way, then I marked it, and back and forth. It was a challenge. So this, the flowers, you can see the flowers, and you just go and you scribble over a circle around them. Just like that. Now, isn't that pretty? Oh, I got to do this one too. And I'm just using the journaling end, so you can go in a hurry and it's not hurting your nib end. Or your brush end, I mean, sorry. I meant to say brush end. Have any of you got this painted lavender set? Do you like it? I really like the some of the stamps in it, but I like the dies too. I really like the dies in this that are accessories, like extra, that don't match the stamp set. Really like those. So now I am taking linen thread. It is 25 inches long, and I'm coming over here, and I'm going there, and then I'm coming across at the same height. I'm going there, and then I'm coming across at the same height, and then I am just going to tie this in a knot. Just like that. If you want to make it an inch longer, it might make it easier for you to tie it. There we go. Now I'm just going to cut these off so they're basically the same length. Now I am coming in with my greenery here. I'm bringing this up just a tad bit because this was up higher on this side. So I want it to match, like the same height on both sides and the same height on both sides, basically. I hope that you understand what I mean by that. Now I'm taking this, isn't this pretty? I love this kind of greenery that you get from the dyes. And this dye does not match anything. It doesn't go with a stamp. It's just a standalone dye. And I love those in the bundles, the dyes. Because you can do so much extra detail work like I like to do when you have this kind of thing. So I'm going right over top of the linen thread that I have put on there, and I am going to cut that off so I can stick this down. Oops. There we go. Now, these, I have obvious glue on my fingers. It's upside down. That one is going to go there. I'm just going to line these up so I can quickly do them. And no, I was right the first time. Okay, there we go. Now there's my glue. These do not match up exactly. Some have greenery showing in the background and some don't. So it just, wherever you put it and whatever happens, happens. I need this. That was smart. After I got it all lined up and ready, I dump it. an itchy face today. There we go. Now we're going to bring this one in. Move this out of the way. And, yep. Oopsie. And one more. These things are easy to lose. Oh my goodness. I lost the one from the first card, so I just made do. I just used 3 instead of the 4. So now I am bringing this in, and whoopsie, I am using dimensionals. I'm using the foam adhesive sheet. Foam adhesive sheet. It's a solid sheet of adhesives. And I'm taking the back and the front off. Put this away. And I put it like this on there. So you're just cutting it to fit the area that you're doing. You don't have to do every, there's something on that one. There we go. Well, it does want to be persistent. Now I'm just taking and cutting along here. Now I'm going to take the back off first because it just makes it so much easier. And putting these like this, but I'm not hitting every flower. You can if you want, that's totally up to you, but I'm not. How do you like these flowers? Isn't this a cool standalone part of the dies? I just think it's awesome to have these kind of things because you can do so much with them. These little ones for down here, maybe I won't do that. Just make it easier. Attach that there. Put it there. Now I get my pokey tool and These are a little bit fussy, but that's okay. It takes a little bit of time. Yes, it does. But it makes such a beautiful card after you take that little bit extra time. Where did I put the foam sheets? There. It came off on me. Now I am trying to get them to go together. I think I want this one over this way a little bit more, like that. And now I'm going to come along and cut these off. Isn't that cute? Now get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. There we go. And now I am just going to center this on this. I love the liquid glue because it gives me wiggle room. Now I'm going to put this on the in the center. And if you have a thinking of you that you will work inside here, the go-to greetings that was just discontinued has a beautiful thinking of you that you could use on the inside. Now I am taking my rhinestones, my rhinestone basic jewels. I always want to call them basic rhinestones. But it's the other way around, and I can never remember that. It's crazy. And I am just taking this and putting it in the center of the flower. And this gives each flower a center. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You could do something else. You could do a color in the center. But I just thought this would give it a pop of color. Especially if it's like thinking of you for somebody that's been not well. There we go. So what do you think of my card? Just get this. I forgot to put my butterflies on. These are, I stamped it twice, the the stamp. There's two butterflies on it. Let me see where right here. This one and this one. I stamped it twice and I cut two of these out and one of these. And I had everything done, took it up to my husband to edit, and he says, "You didn't put the butterflies on." And I had talked about the butterflies when I was talking to him. Totally forgot to put them on the card. And it just does something for this card to have that little extra pop of color. So it's just 2 and 1, but you have to stamp it twice and cut out. There we go. They're not punched out, but what do you think? I think that looks so much better. Thanks so much for being here. Bye now.